Monday, May 1, 2023.
This WGAN Forum podcast is sponsored by the We Get Around Network Forum, your source for Matterport and related 3D and 360 platforms, cameras, and third-party add-ons. Visit WGANforum.com.
Commentary and analysis by Dan Smigrod, founder and managing editor. We Get Around Network and WGAN TV podcast. Matterport will likely brief Matterport channel partners on Tuesday, May 9, 2023 on new Matterport pricing in 2023 that includes a hosting charge for Matterport archived spaces, according to sources. If true, a charge for cloud hosting for archived Matterport spaces could potentially generate millions of dollars in new annual recurring revenue for Matterport and reduce Matterport's expense for Amazon Web Services, AWS, cloud storage. Tuesday, May 9, 2023 is also the day Matterport announces first quarter 2023 fiscal results during a live webcast with financial analysts. Given that Matterport stock, NASDAQ, MTTR, is down 92% from its all-time high, $27.86 per share, and closed Friday, April 28, 2023 at $2.33, 2 cents above its all-time low of $2.31 per share. I imagine that Matterport will also announce this potential multi-million-dollar annual recurring revenue stream during this live webcast that anyone can listen to. The dial-in number at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time will be 4129024209, conference ID 10176795. Matterport did a scheduled Matterport cloud maintenance on Saturday, April 15, 2023 that included the Matterport shopping cart, Matterport purchases, and Matterport model processing. This may be further evidence of potential hosting charges for Matterport spaces. I am just speculating here that Matterport could conceivably generate $108 million in new annual recurring revenue if it charged $1 per month per space in hosting 9 million Matterport spaces. I imagine that potential new cloud hosting charges for archived models do not apply to Matterport Classic pricing that already includes cloud hosting charges. Matterport does not break out subscription revenue by Classic pricing, new pricing, and enterprise pricing. And I imagine that cloud hosting charges would not apply to enterprise contracts until when renegotiated. Matterport has 9.2 million spaces under management as of December 31, 2022, according to the 2023 Matterport 10-K form filed with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, on April 27, 2023. I imagine new charges for hosting would be effective 30 days after the Matterport customer's current monthly billing, or effective with the annual billing renewal. Suggestion: upgrade to a Matterport annual contract prior to Tuesday, May 9, 2023. This may delay the potential new hosting charge or other potential pricing changes for 12 months. I could imagine that Matterport will also announce that it will start enforcing gaming Matterport Classic pricing and Matterport new pricing as I described in the WGAN forum 4 years ago. Google. How to game the new Matterport pricing, which enable Matterport Classic pricing customers to transfer spaces from new to Classic plans for free, something that Matterport announced it would stop effective January 31, 2021, according to a Matterport e-blast of January 31, 2021, but may not have. Interestingly, in the Matterport e-blast of January 31, 2021, Matterport said, in part,
Classic plans aren't going anywhere. Our community would not be where it is without the early bets placed by the charter members of our community who subscribe to our Classic plans. We will therefore continue to support these plans fully. If you are happy with the Classic plan, rest assured we are not taking them away. We are happy for you to keep using those plans, without one caveat, which we are spelling out below. The ability to transfer spaces from new to Classic plans for free will be removed, effective January 31, 2021. Our new plan subscribers represent the majority of Matterport customers. As such, it is important we keep parity of features between both sets of plans, but that we also maintain fairness across our customer base. While the ability for Classic plan holders to transfer over spaces from new accounts for free has technically existed for a while, it created an unintended exploitation of our commercial terms that undermined the value offered to the majority of our customers. As such, we will remove this ability for all Classic plan holders, effective January 31, 2021. New plans are designed to meet you where you are. We designed our new plans to offer Matterport community members the best of both worlds: unlimited model processing and the ability to archive unlimited models so you never have to delete your work. If your business requires special considerations beyond what we offer in our Classic or New Starter Business Professional tiers, we are here to help. Simply contact Matterport Sales.
While my impression is that Matterport has already failed to live up to the commitment stated above, there are Matterport showcase features that Matterport Classic accounts are not available in Matterport New pricing, and the Matterport Pro 3 camera will not work with a Matterport Classic account. It will be interesting to see if Matterport has amnesia when it briefs Matterport channel partners on Tuesday, May 9, 2023, on new Matterport pricing in 2023 by eliminating and attempting to convert Matterport customers with Matterport Classic pricing to new Matterport pricing in 2023, even if it is with 12 months' notice. Matterport has a long history of betrayal of trust issues with its early adopters. You can read more on this topic by Googling an open letter to Matterport CEO Bill Brown or reviewing the We Get Around Network forum topics tagged Matterport Kerfuffle, Trust, Matterport Ecosystem, Sneaky, Poaching, Stealing. Matterport promised not to compete with Matterport service providers in its webinar announcing Matterport Capture Services on Demand on Thursday, April 16, 2020. The transcript of the webinar and the Matterport slide deck can be found in the We Get Around Network forum. And that's before Matterport acquired VHT Studios and started offering the Matterport Digital Pro package at $299, likely less than what many Matterport service providers would typically charge a real estate agent for the same bundle. I imagine that Matterport Chairman of the Board of Directors and Chief Executive Officer R.J. Pittman will not be asking Matterport's former CEO, Bill Brown, about what was promised during his tenure. Matterport and its former CEO are currently involved in litigation, according to the 2023 Matterport 10-K SEC filing, pages 28 to 29. Even if Matterport announces that it is charging 50 cents per month per model per month for archived models and that only applies to, I am guessing, half the 4.6 million spaces under management, it's still $27.6 million. Compare that to the $73.8 million in Matterport subscription revenue reported in the year ending December 21, 2022, according to 2023 Matterport's 10-K SEC filing, and you can see how adding a recurring hosting revenue line item can substantially increase Matterport's revenue. When Matterport launched its new pricing in 2019, I imagine that it dramatically underestimated what it would cost to host millions of archived models. Presently, there is no incentive to delete models, just archive them and not count towards the monthly or annual billing at the extreme. An insurance company, in theory, could create and archive millions of Matterport spaces for $69 per month, 25 active spaces, and only make the Matterport spaces active when there is an insurance claim. That said, if Matterport does move forward with new Matterport pricing in 2023, that includes a charge for cloud hosting of archived models, I anticipate that existing Matterport customers will revisit Matterport competitors. 3D 360 Virtual Tour Digital Twin Platforms, 200 plus the WGAN tracks. 3D 360 Virtual Tour Digital Cameras, 50 plus the WGAN tracks. While some will likely complain in the We Get Around Network forum if Matterport does announce new recurring charges for archived Matterport models, many Matterport service providers are also engaged by Matterport Capture Services on Demand or VHT Studios and likely fear retribution or are concerned about violating likely non-disclosure agreements. So, many Matterport customers may simply switch to different 3D 360 Virtual Tour Digital Twin platforms and 3D 360 Virtual Tour Digital Twin cameras, without publicly complaining. After reviewing the Matterport executive team compensation heavily weighted with stock options as disclosed in the Matterport official notification to shareholders, Schedule 14A filed with the SEC on April 27, 2023, it doesn't surprise me that Matterport executives will likely do something that will dramatically affect the company's bottom line, and potentially the price of the Matterport stock. I continue to be amazed that Matterport market capitalization is $683 million while the company's balance sheet includes $473 million in cash, cash equivalents, and short-term investments, as of December 31, 2022, as reported in the 2023 Matterport 10-K SEC filing, page 77. I continue to think of Matterport as a potential takeover target and that the acquisition could be nearly paid for with Matterport's cash. In my mind, this means the Matterport executive team is likely willing to tolerate complaints from its customers about changing the business model for Matterport and its customers. If Matterport does publicly announce a new pricing strategy on Tuesday, May 9, 2023, WGAN TV Live at 5 will hold a live town hall on new Matterport pricing in 2023 via Zoom at 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday, May 11, 2023, for Matterport service providers to share and discuss how the new Matterport pricing affects them. To join in the WGAN TV Live at 5 Town Hall, new Matterport pricing in 2023 via Zoom, this We Get Around network short link will be working. Starting at 4:45 p.m. Eastern Time Thursday, May 11, 2023, wgan.info/townhall. Matterport executives are invited to explain its new Matterport pricing in 2023, including what and why, and to answer questions from Matterport service providers. I recommend reserving any comments until when Matterport makes new 2023 pricing public. It is possible that my sources are not correct that Matterport will likely brief Matterport channel partners on Tuesday, May 9, 2023 on new Matterport pricing that includes a hosting charge for Matterport archived digital twins for Matterport Spaces. For updates, please visit We Get Around Network Forum, www.we